All right. Take a nice deep breath. And just let it go. And then take another nice deep breath, close your eyes. And let it go. Imagine all 35,000 of us becoming more and more relaxed, together, as a group. Just let yourself breathe. Exhaling all tension out of your body. No matter what you do, your eyes are heavier and heavier. Your body is heavier and heavier. But you're just so peaceful as you allow your breathing to continue any way it wants to. Notice how peaceful your mind is getting. Notice the clarity, the lack of confusion, the lack of fear. Isn't that nice? To just be yourself and become so relaxed. Every area of tension or stress in your body is fully relaxing. Almost as if you are being surrounded with white light. And the white light is pure love. And you can allow that love in if you want to. Allow yourself to be worthy, to be a true child of the one infinite Creator. You are worthy of every kindness. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of happiness and peace. You are worthy of financial prosperity. You are worthy of intelligence and positive decisions. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of patience, compassion. And you are so deeply relaxed. You're going deeper and deeper and deeper into a state of pure relaxation. And I would now like for you to imagine the index fingertip of your right hand. I'd like you to focus on the index fingertip of your right hand. And I'm going to ask you to lift that finger, not yet, because you're so relaxed. But I'd like you to think about that finger, and I'd like you to think about how hard it is to lift that finger the enormous weight that is on your right index finger, how hard it is to raise that finger, how difficult it is to raise that finger. And I want you to try to raise that finger now, very slowly. Crank it up, crank up your finger, crank it up slowly, slowly. It's very difficult to raise your finger. Crank it up a little bit more, and let it go. As you let your finger drop, I want you to imagine that you are plunging into a beautiful, deep, blue ocean of pure peace. You splash in and you go deeper and deeper and deeper. Your index finger can be used as an anchor for you. And you can find that as your finger drops, you feel the water splash. You feel yourself splash into the water. Now I'd like you to raise that finger again, raise it up, feel the difficulty, all the tension, all the strain. Raise that finger, get it up there, raise it, and let it go. And be in the water. And as you drop that finger and you go into the water, you are becoming ever more perfectly and deeply relaxed. And you are deep in the blue, deep in the water. Such peace. And now, one last time, crank up that finger slowly, raise it up, all the judgment, all the anger, all the fear, the resentment, the repression. Raise that finger up, raise it, crank it up higher, 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 and let it go. And become ever more deeply relaxed. Ever more deeply relaxed in this beautiful ocean of life and consciousness. And you start to notice that you are one with the water, that you feel currents moving through your body, rippling sensations, shifting and drifting, portals to other realities from the earth opening up, stargates that can take you on a journey into infinity, the great beyond to explore. Imagine the earth. Imagine the earth as a living being. You can access it through these deep blue waters that way. Imagine the fear the earth has had, not knowing if we would blow it up, if we would poison it beyond repair, and worrying about us. Will we learn to love? Will we learn to understand one another? Will we learn peace? Will we free the technologies that clean our Mother and Father Earth? Imagine the Earth's downright terror of us. We just march along in our little lives. We're not paying attention. And be grateful now that you can resonate with the earth. And as you become even more deeply relaxed, imagine that you are the earth. Imagine yourself as this blue watery orb. And let's give yourself some credit. You've been through a lot. And now you have an opportunity. Now you have an opportunity for great truths to be revealed to everyone, for a planetary awakening. And you're just so relaxed. As you embrace yourself as the earth, sending love to your oceans, sending love to your land, sending love to your skies, imagining clean alternative technology so we never have to go back to the way it was. We never have to choke our rivers, pollute our oceans, poison our land, spray our skies. We can eat healthily the right combinations of foods so that we live in symbiosis and all is well. And we treat each other with respect, compassion, love, understanding, patience, long-suffering, kindness, curiosity, open-mindedness, freedom, and of course, deep and abiding compassion. We learned that there was a group that was trying to turn us against one another. And they had their time, and now their time has passed. We don't hate them, we just want them to stop what they were doing and let this evolution take place. And I ask you now, I invite you now to envision the earth waking up so that we don't have a difficult birth. We don't need these earth changes. We don't need tsunamis, tidal waves, catastrophic pole shift. That it all happens in a way where everyone gets to participate in a fine, strong moment of inspiration. We're smiling, we're happy, there's light on our faces as the world becomes a paradise and we all learn to respect one another and love one another. And we send that energy to everyone, to all beings, and to the earth, seeking only that we may make this into a true paradise where everyone is happy, everyone has enough food, everyone has enough water, everyone has a nice house, everyone has a positive community of like-minded individuals that they can share time with. And we're not stuck living in a prison. We are liberated, we are pure, we are whole. Let yourself breathe deeply. Breathe in this light of ascension. Breathe in this vision of that single, fine, strong moment of inspiration where we glide through this process without the need for turbulence, telling us we have to be more loving. We get the lesson now. We understand. And we don't need the earth changes. We just don't. For you love the earth so much. You're sending love to the earth. You love this being. You want it to be healthy. You want it to be safe. You will do your part to keep the earth safe because that is yourself. You will keep other people safe because they are yourself. Uplift, support, encourage, intertwine, and live the promise of the golden age, where we treat each other with much more compassion and much greater love. Take this energy and imagine all coronavirus being rewritten to be a benign and not dangerous substance. Rewrite that molecule. Take its lethality away. Send your love and your support to all those healthcare workers making sure that everyone gets the care they need within reason, that those emergency facilities are set up if needed, that everyone is getting respirators and ventilator masks, that everyone has the supplies they need. Bless our militaries as they provide the care that is necessary, the supplies, the logistics. And let us think about the possibility of the 3 days without telephone or internet. Surround these soldiers with love and support as they do this most dangerous of all missions, to attempt to arrest all of the worst offenders that have been destroying this beautiful planet in 3 days. Those who have not already surrendered and made deals, that is. Send light to those soldiers, envision them kicking in the doors, going in there and doing this peacefully without gunfire, arresting people, bringing them out in handcuffs, so that they may have a fair trial. All done through due process of law, sealed indictments, all legal. We ask for clemency. We ask that heroes can come forward, that whistleblowers can be given honor for doing the right thing to save the planet. That we will not treat them all like villains, but those who wish to help us and do something good will be revered and honored for their sacrifice and their bravery. Send those would-be whistleblowers your love and your support. Strengthen them in their journey towards the truth. Because this is something we can all agree on. We live here, and we need to make this planet a paradise for everyone. Send this energy to your family members, to those you love. And lastly, send it to yourself. Give yourself the gift of your love. You might not always like what you see in the mirror. There might be aspects of your personality that cause you to feel shame. Others might have told you you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not smart enough, you're not thin enough, you're not young enough, you're not intelligent enough. Whatever all that is, just know now that when someone is speaking to you with such hatred and unkindness, they are not seeing the truth. They don't see you like I do, like we do, as a being of infinite worth, a perfect manifestation of pure love. You can be that because that is what you are. All you have to do is claim what already exists. Be present with the truth of what you are. So the next time someone looks at you the wrong way or speaks to you with unkindness, you understand that they are confused. They simply don't see reality. They don't see the love that we all share. They don't see the divinity that we all are. They exist in a relatively confused state. And if they cannot see beyond it, then you have the right to erect healthy boundaries and say no. You don't need to be obligated to these people. You don't need to do whatever they ask. And we as a planet stand today and we say no. We say no to the Illuminati. We say no to the New World Order. We say no to the globalists, to the deep state. We thank you for the things you have done. You've given us movies through Hollywood. Even with your agenda woven into them, many of them were still very entertaining. You've built our civilization. You've industrialized. You've given us a financial system that's useful under the right circumstances. You've given us governments and laws. It's not that all of this needs to be thrown away. We're just ready to have it serve the greater good of humanity. Serve the greater good of each individual as part of a collective. We can still seek our own prosperity, have ambition. We're not stuck in some communist prison where everybody gets paid exactly the same. Individual ambition to inspire others, to be noteworthy, all of that is great. And we envision a future where we have hover cars, where we no longer need roads. They turn into gardens. Nothing needs ever drive on the surface again. We envision a world of clean technology, without fear, without hunger, without starvation, without poverty. We envision a world that is clean and fresh, the air, the oceans, the streams, the rivers, free of pollution. We have the ability to do that. We can do that together. And most of all, the freedom from hatred. We just allow love to happen. We don't need to control others anymore. We don't need to manipulate others anymore. We don't need to play games to try to get more money, to try to lie and cheat and steal. We simply embrace one another in love. Send this energy to the earth and let us co-create the positive future where we don't need earth changes to learn these lessons. And so it is. And now I'd like you to slowly come back to the room. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Open your eyes. Well, that was fun.